April 1st, 2026. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about drugs, crime, the homeless, how they are not getting assistance. Nothing's getting done about this. And it just keeps on going on. And it makes you wonder where all that money's going. It amazes me here too. I'm going to take a minute out here about these streets where I see Spire going out here and they're replacing small sections of these lines that are old. I mean, God, they got to be old, man. I mean, probably what, 60 years old or older, probably some of these. And probably downtown, who knows, probably close to 100. But the headway they're making and stuff they're doing seems very, very slow. In the sections they're doing aren't very far apart. I mean, there was a deal up in Raytown here where they were working on like a sewer drain up here, Raytown, by the Raytown Police Department. It took them, I think it was about 4.5 months to do one little block. Why would it take that long? Out west, it doesn't take that long to do different things, to get things done like that. I don't know. Some of this stuff is really weird, strange. Just like they're dumping money and they had to get some of the money and show they're doing something, but not a lot of it's getting done. I'm looking at the streets. The streets look more deteriorated. Independence did fill some of those chuck holes, or somebody filled some of those chuck holes or off 23rd Street. They did get that done. But the homeless is still crawling around here massively. I'm going to show today up here by O'Reilly's. There's a building, commercial building. It was used to be way back. It used to be there was a video store there. Then there was a dog grooming place. But this building still is a hot spot for prostitutes, druggies, a little bit of everything. Independents don't want to talk about it. Independents don't care. Independence police don't care. They say they care. I called them out here twice about a gal that was up middle of 47th Street here and stopping traffic, and they wouldn't even go inquire about what was going on at this house. Now, the next door neighbor, it's a Latino across from me. It's moved in. They're painters and they work on cars and stuff. She even came across and told the officer what this lady was doing. And the guy goes, cop says, it ain't going to happen today. We're short staffed. Well, this is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri, and we want to put it down today because this stuff just keeps on going on. Well, they're getting paid, but they're not doing their job. Well, maybe we should get rid of some of the police officers, some of the high-up people, and get some new people in here that want to do their job and do it correctly. Because when they came down the street, that officer said, well, we didn't see anybody up the center of the street. Well, you got neighbors in different houses, they're coming from different areas saying, hey, this is what's going on. And they don't even have time to find out what's going on at this house up here. Well, that's interesting. Well, of course, did I mention one of the cops has a devil symbol on his arm? I'm sure one of those witchcraft groups here. Well, they go back towards that woke group and stuff too. But I'm more of a starseed. I do have a pinnacle on my arm, but I'm not into that other stuff. I've researched everything when it comes to theology and stuff like that. But interesting. Very interesting. And something should be looked at. But I'm also going to show over the last several years here in Kansas City what's here. So this FIFA event is going to take place that they think so great here. If I can find it, I'll even show the rats that were downtown crawling around. I mean, you do have stuff like that happen, but you wouldn't think you would see that. Too much. So let's get started and look here at Great Independence this morning, back behind O'Reilly's up here on 40 Highway, where they have the 7-Eleven, and they go up back there by 7-7 by Cosentino's. Oh man, it's still hopping. Take a look. All right, guys, so I'm going down, coming back. This would be Chrysler towards 40 Highway here. And I noticed this vehicle. I'm going to talk about this real quick for a second, too, because I don't like the temp tags. I don't like the car dealers, some of these car dealers around here either, because I still say some of them are bringing in the drugs here and stuff, and they don't have to abide by the law. Now, this guy, he's advertising his car a lot here on this back of this tag, but he don't have a dealer tag on this vehicle, not up in the window or anywhere else, which is supposed to be on the back bumper. We don't enforce laws here anymore in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri, so you don't have to worry about that. You just come on down. If you're a thug, thief, or a criminal, Kansas City's a place for you guys here. But amazing. There's another car deal going down on Northfleet down here. This guy's got like, I don't know, 40 cars down there now. So we're going to show this. So I'm going to go on here, and I want to show this real quick because I only got about 20 minutes on my tablet. So there's Riley's coming up. We're going to make a right turn in here. We're going to take a look at this. This looked like if you were at the airport and airplanes were getting ready to take off, these are like homeless getting ready to take off. Now let me, before I do this, I want to brighten this up just a hair and make sure I got it. Yeah, let's do that right there. Okay, so let's just take a look at this real quick. In the trash. Oh my God. So let me stop that real quick right here. Now there's that building back there where I showed the prostitutes, where I showed the ones getting high and drugged out. But they got like shopping carts here lined up in rows, and then they got trash everywhere. And they're walking along here. Now I want you guys to see this, man. This is real close to my area. This is just a couple of blocks away from my East 47th Street over here. And this is why all this stuff is taking place, and it never gets changed. I mean, they don't do nothing about it, and they don't do nothing about it. So let me slow this down here, or speed 2. Let's go down we're going to just do this real slowly. So there's all the trash and stuff, and they got their stuff in their carts. But then I noticed this, and there's a lot. Okay, I had to go back again, guys. Anyway, there's the trash. Oh, and their carts. And it looks like a line of them coming out like if you had airplanes on a runway strip getting ready to take off. So this is Independence and Kansas City's solution to everything. Now, this is just nuts, man. Look at this. So there's one of them. And there's more trailing on behind coming up here. That's what we're going to show. This is nuts. And but what's even more something is I seen them having stuff back behind this building right here, which is O'Reilly's. And they were exchanging. There was a truck that actually was getting stuff from them. So what I mean by that is, are these people, when they go by people's houses, are they picking stuff up? Are they stealing things out of their yard? And then if they find something good enough, then the guy, they had a pile of stuff where this guy comes out with this pickup truck, and it had a grill on it, and it had it looked like a bird bath like deal on it, and several other things, and stuff. And I'm thinking, well, are they stealing these things out of people's yards? And then somebody's, giving them a couple bucks, say, here's a couple bucks for your stuff or whatever. I mean, not good. Now, this person here goes up and fell off the deal, so they were picking it up. And here comes another one. Oh, hold on. Okay, guys. So here comes another one. And then another one. Let's see if I can stop this. Wait a minute. So, it's like a line of them, like assembly line coming out. What in the world? So this is Kansas City's solution to helping the homeless. We got something over there. We'll pick the trash up, and this is it. Well, FIFA, man, you guys want to come in here and come to Kansas City? I'm going to, at the end of this video here, I'm going to show in the last 3 years of what you can see here in Great Kansas City and Independence. Since we can't get no results by the police department over here in Independence, over here on East 47th Street, from these drugs and these people moving this stuff because they feel it's okay, I guess. Oh, that's right. That cop said, so haven't you heard drugs are legal now? I said, well, I didn't think fentanyl was, or meth was, or cocaine. Cocaine, man, down 40 down there, some of those biker joints, they love that stuff over there, man. And they bring that in. bringing in across the border from Mexico. Those bikers bring it up, and I tell you, I know one thing for sure. I was down in one of those, used to be called Doc Holidays. Biker had been driving for 3 days. 3 days. He come in, he brought a laptop, basically, like what you'd be carrying your laptop, like a case in. And guess what it had in it? Well, it had some of that white stuff. I wonder what that would, how much would that bring on the market here in Kansas City? I'd say, I don't know, what, a couple million? Maybe more than that. I don't know. I don't know what all that pricing goes for there, but I'm sure that's probably what it was, definitely worth. But I'm wondering about this. Now, there was a white vehicle that also, when I was turning in here, I don't know if we can see it real quick. I want to do this real quick because I might have to do another video here of this because I don't know if I get it all done at once. I only got 20 minutes on this. But let's see if I can go back real quick and see if we can see this white vehicle up there. Now, this is also how they help use the homeless to move some of those drugs. It'd be like, oh, that can't be, man. Oh, yeah, it can be. Let's see if we can see this or not. I don't know. Let's see if we can see it. If I don't know if I can see it, I'm going to try here. What I'm looking for is over by Big Boys, back over here by O'Reilly's. I don't think you can see it. But I'll show it to you guys real quick. Hold on. When I pulled out here, I'll show you where this thing went. So hold on. All right, guys. So we're going down by this thrift store as I come out by O'Reilly's. And it's sitting down here. And this is the one, it made contact. It went over there. It was back behind there when I was sitting at the light. Like I said, I couldn't show it, but there it is right there. I'm gonna get my cursor. There it is right there. And there's different levels on this, the way they're moving these drugs. Now, you know what? We could just go with one other thing was what that cop said. Well, drugs are legal. Well, yeah, marijuana might be legal now, but you're supposed to have license to sell those drugs. I don't think you can legally actually sell them out on the street. You're supposed to have a license. And it'd be like if you were selling cigarettes and stuff. You'd have to have a business, It's kind of, but it's more than just that. And definitely, since it's a drug substance, you're supposed to have a license. But see this right here? So we're going to go on down real quick here. And I'm thinking, man, look at that. That's just crazy, isn't it, guys? And boy, this brings trash and crud to the area. Well, this is a good place to sit. Well, yeah. They always got to sit there with their lights on and let them know that they're in business, guys. They're in business. Look at that. So let's go on down real quick. And this is something else. This place down here, back behind good old Salvador's. I noticed ever since I mentioned something about them being back then, well, I guess Salvador's goes that a woke group way. Interesting. This has been backed in ever since I said something in one of my other videos. Well, that's okay. I can tell you a story about that, too. When I was down at Doc Holidays, there was a gal that was a call gal. And she said, if you need a job, go down to Salvador's. I said, I can get you in. Well, I don't think I want to work for the mob, because there is a mob here in Kansas City, 3 different levels. We got Latinos, we got Germans and Italians together, and we got blacks. And down there, what used to be what is Asados now, there was a guy that kept the peace, and they knew that he had full authority. He went by the name of Cowboy. And he made sure that anybody, when they came into that bar, everything was kept kosher. But we're going to go on down here. We won't say his other name, what his real name is. And this right here, man, look at this. There is over, look at this. There's over 40, I'd say 40 cars back here now at this deal. Well, man, what are they doing? I didn't know this was another car dealership down here off North Fleet here behind Salvador's. But, here you go. Some gotta be fueling all that stuff and that money. Just like the old meth recovery, they still got a ton of cars up there too, man. So hold on. All right, guys. Now here's that building. I wanted to show that again. And here's where the woman was all drugged out. So independents can't lie about this. This is the real thing. This one here was like spaced out, looking up. This one was just like stared off into oblivion. This black lady here, and this other one was just, I don't know. I mean, can you get this here? I guess they don't get it because that's what they want here in Kansas City. So I'm gonna, for the next 4 minutes here, I'm gonna show over the last few years what's here. So hold on. Here's one lady was down there on Sterling, living underneath the bridge there. Hold on, guys. Here's a gentleman here on a bike on, I think it was 435 there, kicking cars at 70 miles an hour going by. Kansas City. Proud to be here, guys. Oh, and these over here having sex up here at the Blue View Shopping Center across there. Oh, no big deal. This is downtown Kansas City, kind of in the rough area. This is old school stuff here, man. And that guy, he probably had, I don't know, I'm just guessing. He had a wad of all hundreds. He could have had $30,000 in his hands there. Well, I wonder what was being exchanged there, guys. Well, it's just imaginary stuff, right? And this is up over here by Worlds of Fun where all the bikers took up over 435. Man. We don't want to forget about all those hot childs in the city here, guys. Oh, yeah. They up there by the Gormans and Toys R Us parking lot dealing drugs. Just a little bit of trash here in Kansas City and Independence. Well, I think this says it all, man. I mean, here's this Kansas City. Why lie? I need $5 and a blunt. Thank you. Yeah, this is Kansas City. This guy was up by the stadium, up here by the Royals and Chiefs Stadium up here. 40 highway up here by, what is that, churches or whatever? This guy was hanging out down by, I don't know, that'd be 435 down by when you go down by Langley. This is over by the motel over here off of Nolan Road. A lot of strange stuff going on over there. Oh, I wanted to make sure I got that car in down there and pull off to the other side of the road too. Little communication going on there. More trash here in Kansas City and Independence. Oh yeah, guys, when that station over there with the car wash, forgot about that. These guys, they were trying to rob somebody going into the car wash there. It wasn't the greatest place to go in and use that car wash. But I wanted to show that too. This guy was sitting out in the middle of the road here in Kansas City having chest pains. Yeah, I wonder if he's still breathing or not. Nobody never showed up for him. Nolan Road, Quality Inn and Suites. You guys come in for, what was it, FIFA? There you go, man. I mean, you want to get a piece of understanding what Kansas City Independence is? Here you go. Just want to be careful. I mean, you know that song, was it Funky Call Medina? I don't know, man. You can always come by and see the meth recovery place down here on 47th Street. Oh, yeah. More good people here. This is up by Sterling, underneath the bridge of I-70 there, up there. More trash. That's when they had a massive amount of homeless living up there.